But in terms of, again, like having the right group around you, because I've been around like players when I was younger and I'm thinking this guy 100% has to become a professional without a doubt. But then again, they're playing for like big clubs at a young age, 15, 16, and they just don't make it to the top because they're so distracted from other things like, you know, maybe girls going out partying, things like that, that they shouldn't be doing and focusing there. How important is it to have that right set of friends around you?
That's the key. I think at this age, that's the key. It's so easy to be like distracted by something else. As you said, girls clubs.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got a bit of money, so clothes and going outside and just show yourself outside. So you need someone around you to remind you that you want to be a professional footballer. So the behavior has to be on point. You cannot drink, you cannot smoke, or you can drink and smoke. You have to commit yourself 100% if you want to succeed. Then, because until 16, 17, if you're a bit talented, you will get there. But when you start to play with adults, that's where the difference is huge. So if you're not ready to commit yourself and to make sure all your life around is turned towards the same goals, it's going to be difficult for you and you're going to be struggling. I've seen friends in the academy much better than me, talented, physically, technically, but they were weaker than me, so they didn't make it. And then at the end of the day, now when I talk to them, there's still things they can do it, or they can do something, or they should have done it. You know? But the mind is like it's bigger than the talent you've got. If you don't have the mindset to succeed, you won't succeed.
No, for sure, I agree with you. I think that's one of the reasons for myself as well why I feel like I didn't really make it to the highest level. You know, again, like in school, I was always the guy that, you know, the teacher would say, "Oh, yeah, Joe's just going to become a professional footballer." And it's like you tell yourself you're definitely going to be there, but you forget the hard work that you have to put in, the dedication, like just keep working. And again, having that right set of friends around you is so vital. It's the most important, man, for sure. And in terms of like yourself as well, when you made it to that next step and you got into the first team, like you said, there's a big difference in terms of youth football and going into to first team football. What was that like, your first day going to the change room as a young man and you're playing with men?
Yeah, I've been lucky because when I went with the first team, there's like quite a few young players I knew from the academy.
Okay.
So the transition was easier for me. So I stayed with them in the changing room, but then the bigger guys, the adults came and they've been nice with me. And I had the same physique at the 18, 19. So they didn't try to push me around, you know, I could use it. So now it's been nice. I was in a good club, a good environment with good people, you know, try to help the youth to grow up and to establish themselves in the first team. I think it's important to have someone to look at, you know, in the first team and say, listen, this guy can help me out and give me some good advice. So then you just follow, you try to look around, and it's like you try to adapt yourself first. And then when you're good on the pitch, you know, they don't care then, you know. If you're a good guy outside, you try to adapt. You don't try to push everyone around and try to be the big guy straight away. I think it's fine, you know. It's like you're going anywhere, football clubs, any industry, you know. When you go in a different new environment, you have to adapt yourself and find a way to establish yourself in the right place.
And what was the most difficult part of that journey as well in terms of transitioning from youth football to first team football for yourself?
I think the worst part is when you get to the first team, the friendship is different. The players are there for business. That's their work, you know. They love football, but that's their work. They come, they train, they go home. When you are with the youth, it's like family, brotherhood, you know. You're all together, you spend all day together. When you finish training, you go for food, you spend the time together. When you get to the first team, you go train, and everybody's going in this way, you know. So that's the part I was missing a bit, like you feel a bit like on your own. We were like 3, 4 of us like staying together, but the 3, 4 of us wasn't established. Like they were training like for a year, but not established. So yeah, that's the part where a bit difficult. So that when you get there, you realize that football is business. So it's not like as fun as you think it is.
Would you say, because I've always been interested, I've spoke to other footballers as well that have played at that level, would you say yourself, does it become more like work and you kind of lose the enjoyment of it?
But the thing is, you when you're young, the manager, there is no press, there is no media, there is no one. So you have to improve every week to get better. When you're with the first team, you get judged every week.
Yes.
So if you have a bad game for the week, you're gonna be the worst player on the planet.
Yeah.
When you have a good game, you're gonna be the best player on the planet. So that's why you need to stay on the same level all the time. Enjoy when it's good, but don't enjoy too much. And when it's bad, you have to think about it and have the self-reflection, but don't go too down, because the next week you're going to be fine. So that's the balance to find, and the part where you have to adapt a bit, because there is more pressure, Now it's paid to play football. It's not just like you have to learn how to play football. So, yeah, and you don't have time. If you want to a bad game, you're out of the team. The youth, you've got 5, 6, 7 games. The squad is smaller. There's less pressure. There's less rotation. So that, then at one point, football is business. Even if you love football, there's some day you don't want to train. It's like everything you do, you like to do it, but when every day, constantly, there's some day is a bit more difficult than the other day. But you get paid for it at one point, so you get up and you give everything you've got, and but then you still enjoy it on the Saturday when the crowd is there. You play that you remind you that that's why I play football.